on Bruno Fernandes also. I can confirm 100% behind the scenes talks are happening between Bruno Fernandes' side and Manchester United to keep Bruno in the club and to make Bruno a crucial part of the squad for next season. But about Manchester United, many of you keep asking me why there is still no decision on the Ederson deal.
Hello everyone, welcome back to United Focus, and today we have massive updates coming out of Old Trafford as the summer rebuild officially begins under new permanent manager Michael Carrick. But we have to start with the man who once again proved why he is the heartbeat of this football club, Bruno Fernandes. After another unbelievable season in red, Bruno Fernandes has now entered talks with Manchester United over a brand new contract. And honestly, this is one of the biggest pieces of news United fans could hear ahead of the transfer window. The Portuguese captain didn't just lead United back into the Champions League this season, he made Premier League history while doing it. On the final weekend of the campaign, Fernandes registered his 21st assist of the season, officially breaking the all-time Premier League single-season assist record previously shared by Arsenal legend Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. That achievement alone shows just how incredible Bruno has been throughout this campaign. There were moments earlier in the season when United looked completely lost under former boss Ruben Amorim. Confidence was low, results were inconsistent, and questions surrounded the direction of the club. But when Carrick stepped in, Fernandes became the leader who dragged this team forward. Week after week, he delivered goals, assists, leadership, and intensity. Whether it was at Old Trafford or away from home, Bruno constantly carried the responsibility of creating chances and inspiring the squad. Now, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have already started discussions over extending Fernandes' contract beyond 2027. Club officials know how important he is, especially after qualifying for the Champions League again. There is also another important reason behind these talks. Bruno's current contract reportedly includes a £57 million release clause, and several clubs across Saudi Arabia and Europe have been monitoring the situation closely. United do not want to take any risks. The club sees Fernandes as untouchable. Carrick reportedly views him as the central figure of his new project. The manager wants to build the next United midfield around Bruno's creativity, leadership and experience, especially with massive changes expected this summer. And let's be honest, losing Bruno Fernandes right now would be a disaster for Manchester United. This is a player who continues to produce elite numbers every single season despite all the instability around him. While other players struggled, Bruno continued fighting for the badge. Even during United's worst moments, he never stopped creating, pressing, shouting, demanding more from teammates and delivering in big matches. Qualifying for the Champions League may end up becoming the biggest factor in convincing Fernandes to stay long-term. A player of his quality belongs on the biggest European stage, and United simply could not afford another season outside elite competition. Now attention is quickly turning toward the transfer market, where United are expected to completely reshape their midfield. One of the biggest names linked with a move to Old Trafford is Ederson from Atalanta. Reports from Italy continue to suggest the Brazilian midfielder is moving closer to joining United, and Fabrizio Romano has confirmed talks are now advanced. Ederson is believed to have already prioritised a move to Manchester United over other clubs. The midfielder reportedly wants Old Trafford, and personal terms are not expected to be a problem. However, the deal has not been fully completed yet because Atalanta are currently going through internal restructuring behind the scenes, including changes involving their sporting director. United remain patient because Carrick sees Ederson as a perfect fit for the Premier League. The Brazilian would bring energy, defensive strength, aggression and athleticism into midfield. With Casemiro leaving the club this summer, United know they need fresh legs and more balance in the centre of the pitch. And speaking of midfielders, another huge story continues to develop involving Sandro Tonali. The Newcastle United star has been heavily linked with Manchester United in recent weeks, although reports in Italy are now claiming Arsenal are also interested in the midfielder. Despite those rumours, sources close to Newcastle reportedly deny that formal talks have taken place. Still, Tonali remains admired by United officials and by Carrick himself. Tonali would be an enormous signing. He has Premier League experience, world-class passing ability, tactical intelligence and the mentality United need moving forward. Carrick reportedly wants 2 new midfielders this summer, and if Manuel Ugarte leaves Old Trafford, that number could increase to 3. United are also continuing to monitor Elliot Anderson, although there is growing belief that Manchester City are leading that race. Meanwhile, another exciting update involves Rafael Leao. Reports in Italy now suggest AC Milan may lower their asking price for the winger to around £43 million. That development could suddenly make Leao one of the most attractive opportunities on the market. United are searching for more pace, unpredictability and direct attacking quality, especially with uncertainty surrounding the futures of several forwards. Leao's ability to beat defenders 1 versus 1 and explode in transition makes him a very dangerous option. Then there is the growing uncertainty around Marcus Rashford. Reports from Spain claim FC Barcelona are close to making a final decision regarding Rashford's future after his loan spell. Rashford has repeatedly been linked with a permanent move away from Old Trafford after expressing his desire for a new challenge last summer. If Rashford leaves permanently, it would mark the end of an era for one of United's academy stars, but it would also free up massive wages and potentially help finance Carrick's rebuild. Another player whose future continues making headlines is former United forward Mason Greenwood. The striker enjoyed an incredible season with Olympique de Marseille, scoring 26 goals and producing 11 assists. Now several clubs including AS Roma, Atletico Madrid and Juventus are reportedly interested in signing him. Importantly for Manchester United, the club inserted a significant sell-on clause when Greenwood left Old Trafford. That means United could still make major money from his next transfer, especially if Marseille succeed in securing a fee close to £43 million. One thing is becoming very clear already. This summer will be one of the biggest transfer windows Manchester United have faced in years. Carrick now has the full backing of the club after guiding United back into the Champions League, and the rebuild has officially started. New midfielders are being targeted, attacking reinforcements are under consideration, and major decisions are being made regarding the futures of several big-name players. But through all the noise, one message from Old Trafford stands above everything else. Manchester United want Bruno Fernandes to remain the face of this new era. Meanwhile, in previously news, elsewhere, Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea are all keeping close tabs on Bournemouth star Alex Scott. Team talk understand, with serious interest emerging following the midfielder's impressive season. The 22-year-old has enjoyed a breakthrough campaign on the South Coast, having made 37 Premier League appearances this season and playing a crucial role in the Cherries' success. Scott's consistently top-level performances earned him the Cherries Player of the Month award for April and a place in Thomas Tuchel's provisional England squad for the World Cup, which has significantly boosted his stock. He did not make the final cut for England, but there are many who believe he should have. Known for his composure on the ball, dribbling ability and box-to-box energy, the Guernsey-born midfielder has developed into a dynamic number 8, capable of influencing games at the highest level. Man United appear the most determined suitors as they eye alternatives to Elliot Anderson, who has reached an agreement in principle with Manchester City. Reports suggest the club have held internal discussions and are considering a bid, viewing Scott as a long-term investment who could complement Kobbie Mainoo in their midfield rebuild. Sources close to Old Trafford indicate he fits the profile sought by Ineos, young, technically gifted and Premier League proven, but competition for his signature is fierce. Man United are considering many midfield options. Atalanta's Ederson is on their radar, along with the likes of Newcastle's Sandro Tonali and Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton. But Scott figures highly on their shortlist too. Chelsea are equally keen, with the Blues stepping up background checks and considering Scott a serious option for their own midfield overhaul. An Enzo Fernandez exit is becoming more likely as the weeks roll by, and Scott could be a replacement for the Argentinian international. Meanwhile, several departures are also being prepared behind the scenes. Casemiro has already played his final game for the club. Jadon Sancho is expected to move on permanently. Marcus Rashford's future remains uncertain, with Barcelona continuing to explore a deal. And there are also reports suggesting Joshua Zirkzee could leave after interest from Roma intensified again. Carrick knows this summer is about building a younger, faster and more balanced squad capable of competing in both the Premier League and Champions League. One player United fans are incredibly excited about is Kobbie Mainoo. The young midfielder has now been included in Thomas Tuchel's England World Cup squad after an outstanding breakthrough campaign. Carrick has made it clear that Mainoo will be central to the club's future plans, and the idea of surrounding him with elite midfield talent like Ederson or Tonali could help unlock his full world-class potential. And while transfers dominate the headlines, the mood inside the club is simply positive again. United ended the season unbeaten in their final 8 league matches. Bruno Fernandes matched the all-time Premier League assists record. Young players like Shea Lacey and Tyler Fletcher were introduced into the first-team environment. The dressing room atmosphere improved massively under Carrick, and for the first time in years, there is genuine optimism heading into a new season. Now the big question is simple. Will Manchester United complete the Ederson deal quickly and move aggressively for Tonali too, or will Ineos decide to spread the budget across multiple positions, including left wing and defence? Whatever happens next, one thing is clear. Manchester United are not planning a quiet summer. So United fans, would you take Ederson and Tonali together in midfield next season? And should Rafael Leao become Rashford's replacement if Marcus leaves permanently? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're excited for all the latest Manchester United transfer news throughout the summer, make sure you subscribe to United Focus right now so you never miss a single update.